Hello, everybody. Ich hoffe, ihr genießt es. Ivaki Luanda. What? Ivaki Luanda? Okay. Ich freue mich auf meinen nächsten Gast. Aber bevor wir das machen, mache ich einen kleinen Energietest. Wenn ich sage Free, sagt ihr Kongo. Free, 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 Free. Wenn ich sage Focus, sagt ihr Kongo. Focus, Focus, Focus. Schön, dass ihr noch da seid. Ich freue mich mega auf den Panel Talk. Die Panel Discussion wird aber auf Englisch stattfinden. Deswegen diejenigen, die Unterstützung brauchen, das zu verstehen, was hier gerade gesprochen wird oder ausgetauscht wird, wäre es gut, wenn wir so Flüsterpost spielen, also dass ihr uns ein bisschen so zuflüstert, wenn jemand gerade irgendwie Unterstützung und Hilfe braucht. Und genau, ansonsten, seid ihr ready? Ja. Sehr schön. Ich habe hier Papi vor mir. I met Papi, I think it was last year. I think last year, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right?
2 years ago, yeah.
I was following his page, and I didn't know that Papi was behind the page. So, through someone that we both know, they sent me a video of Papi talking about, you remember this Papi I was telling you from Focus Congo? That's him. He lives in Augsburg. And I was like, what? In Augsburg? Because I was living in Augsburg, and I thought that his foundation was based in America, somewhere in the USA, and not in the same city as I live. So when I got to know Papi, I was so excited and so welcomed to his space. He invited me to come to his home. I met his family, I met his kids, his wife, and I was like, wow, this is such a beautiful environment. And from the founder of Focus Congo, you became for me someone I got to know and learn to be an artist, an activist. You told me a little bit about the story of you being a refugee. And I got to know you as a peacemaker, a father, a husband, a friend, visionary, an author, and a protector. But these are only my words. Maybe you want to tell us who Papi Orion is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm almost in tears, like, to hear these words. But Coconel, she came to our home and she brought energy. And like, we didn't want to let her go, so. so it is a privilege for me to be here in front of you. But I want to, first of all, thank you for organizing, you and your team. You were communicating with me. I was in Congo Basin rainforest, and I didn't respond to your emails, but you persisted. So, Rafaela, she's amazing. Thank you for keeping on communicating. So, you guys are amazing, and I'm really grateful to be here with you today. And I would also like to take the opportunity to thank all the people that have come today. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming. This is not just coming to listen to the beautiful music, but this is for Congo. You don't know, even as I show the people in Congo that these people are here because of you, because of Congo, they are really happy to just see your faces. They already seen you, so thank you for being here. And I'm just going to continue with answering the question. I was born in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the most beautiful, beautiful place I have seen in my entire life. And believe, yeah, and believe me, I've traveled to over 47 countries around the world. But every time I'm back in Congo, I feel like I am at home. even though the situation is unstable there, I always feel this is where I want to be. And so I was born in the middle of beautiful mountains. Like when you go to holidays in the Alps, oh, we have the Alps, like amazing, like much better than what you guys. No, it's not a joke. It's true. Every morning I wake up to mountains and I will sit and I'll be like, oh, this is my home. In the middle of forests and but all of this ended when I was 9 years old. So that's when the war started. And to really cut the long story short, I was recruited as a child soldier as a 9-year-old. And I had to join the army at that point. But my dad whisked me out of the army and then sent me into the unknown. So my dad has seen what has been happening to the kids that have joined this movement, and saw fear in all of this and decided I don't want my kid to become a horrible person and send me into the unknown. If you see my book is there, you can read the story on what happened. Basically, my dad just told me, run, my son. Go into the unknown. I hope you will make it. And if you don't make it, I don't want you to become a horrible person. And that's how I ended up in South Africa working two and a half years with my feet. So basically from Congo to Cape Town, South Africa is 6,000 kilometers. So it's like living here to Dubai. That is like 6,000 kilometers. I walked with my feet from Congo to South Africa until I got to Cape Town and I realized that I can't make it anymore. And in South Africa, basically I cannot continue because the sea was there. And in South Africa, I lived on the streets. As I lived on the street, I realized that I needed to go, I needed to see my parents. I was always dreaming about my parents. I was dreaming about Congo. And while on the streets, I got lucky. I called, God sent an angel. An angel came to me and took me in as their own child. And that's how, with that, I learned how to have a family again. And with that, they sent me back to school. And then the dream of going back to Congo came true. So in 2013, I went back to Congo for the first time. It was an amazing joy to refound my family, but I started realizing the problem was still the same. And that's when the vision of Focus Congo started. Like, we want to be part of the change, to change the situation which is happening in Congo. And here we are today, we're still fighting, we're still working, and it is a joy to be here. I'm one of the luckiest because we are millions. We have some of those people here today. Eli was born in the same situation. We'll listen to him later, an amazing musician. We are a traumatized generation, but we have not given up.
Focus Congo is the definition of not giving up. So you work in Bukavu and Goma, you're focused there, but you also are in different type of countries and cities talking about why we need to focus on Congo. The work of Focus Congo is education and sponsorship, medical care, orphan aid, support for talents, development of a communal space or place. And you say that work is a partnership and it needs to be also done with the local communities. Why is it so important that we work with people who are local, people right now on the ground? Why is it so important?
That is a great question. And I'm going to give you a quick example of what happened. In 2022, I found myself in Congo in a displacement camp. For you who don't know, 7 million internally displaced people in Congo. One of the biggest displacements in the world right now, but the world know nothing. I can count how many people know about the situation which is happening in Congo. And I think we will dive a little bit deeper, but why does the world doesn't know about what is happening in Congo? And while I was in Congo, I just freshly came back from Ukraine, where I was covering the conflict in Ukraine. And I was quite surprised because in Ukraine, I saw people fighting to get into Ukraine to help the people of Ukraine. And some people were actually turned back to go into Ukraine. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't help Ukraine. People should go and help Ukraine. But the same week, I went to Congo. On the ground on Congo, already there's 4 million people. There was no single organization which was helping the people. People were literally dying because of hunger. People were dying because of no shelter. People were dying because of lack of basic health care. Now, while on the ground, a Canadian organization came with the foods that came from Canada, and they were distributing this food to people. And people were not eating this food. They were throwing it away because they said, this food is giving us diarrhea. We cannot eat this. Now, I came there, I had just some money that I came with. I started buying food, the food that I ate in my own home, and I started distributing to different people, doing rotation. And people were on their knees saying, we pray that God gives you more so that you can give us, because you're giving us what you eat in your home. So this is a perfect example. When you give to there's large, big organization, and within the bureaucracy and all things that is involved, and not knowing what is the culture or what is happening with those people, sometimes is not very, very effective. But when you work with local organizations on a grassroots level that we have lived with, that have seen the same situation, I'm seeing them. I've been in this camp. I've been in this situation myself. I know how hard it was for me to find food. I knew when I got this biscuit from the UN or from, I don't want to mention the organization, how hard it was for me to be able to survive with this. So I was trying to give them what I ate in my home, and they were grateful for that. And with that, we had people always coming to us and saying, we really thank you, we really want you to come back. And so that is the effectiveness, and that is a principle that I have used with Focus Congo as well.
Thank you. Can you name us a couple of organizations that are working locally right now? Because there's a lot of people here, and I think sometimes I feel like a lot of people are lost because we are used to trust big companies. We are used to believe that the work they are doing is right for the people living right there. So maybe now we have the possibility to hear from you, because you are the one working with the people locally there, and you know who is to be trusted and maybe who is not to be trusted.
I'm not here to discredit anybody's work, but I will say, and I always tell myself, before you serve them, love them first. But if you go into an area and you're just going, I'm going for work, I will earn my money and I'm get out of here, it's not a good principle. I have dedicated, and a lot of us, you have the sister from Free Congo Collective as well, that we have dedicated our entire being to say we're going to be part of changing the narrative, because we know how it is with international organizations and including international media. When they report on the issue in Congo, they don't tell the truth. So we are busy on both spectrum, telling the stories as they happen, as someone who comes from media background, but also on the humanitarian side, saving my people what I will be able to eat myself. Not just going there and say, okay, these are Africans, they are black people, they don't, it doesn't matter what we give them, let's just give them and they'll be okay. I think that is what has killed us. We need to change how we do things, including people in the Western world. friends, I call them friends of Congo or friends of Sudan if you're supporting Sudan or other countries that are in a conflict area. Friends, first of all, the responsibility of liberating Congo is with us as Congolese. Second of all, the African continent, we all have to get involved. And the friends of Congo, if you are human rights activists, you ought to be concerned about what is happening in Congo because somehow you are involved. And I think maybe there will be questions concerning that. If you have a sister, you have to be concerned. If you have a wife, if you have a daughter, you get to be concerned about what is happening in Congo. Every minute, a woman is raped in Congo and used as a weapon of war. This is part where they use to subjugate, to destroy the Congolese society by using rape so that we all can give up on life and say, you take. If you are fighting for climate, Congo is a perfect place for you to fight for. We are the second lung of this planet. But the world is still looking at us as if we don't matter. Your technological advancement is because of Congo. And I'm not here to blame anyone, but you have to go and look into every device that we have here. Even the privilege of me holding this mic is because Congo exists. The mobile phone that we carry is because Congo exists. And as you look today, there's minerals deals that are being made on behalf of Congo, on behalf of children, the Congolese children that are being killed every day. There are arms groups that are in East, North, South Kivu killing children because of advancement of our technology, and so we can keep on driving our beautiful electrical car. So Congo, this is a beginning, this is a start. Coconel, thank you very much for it. And it's in a perfect place because it's a library. So let's read about Congo. Let's know what is happening. Not because Congo is my country, but if Congo did not exist, I would not be able to enjoy the phone that I have and be able to tell the story that I'm telling. So let's educate ourselves what is happening in Congo. Let's not look at Congo as if, okay, they deserve to suffer because they are on the African continent.
Thank you. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that say Congolese people deserve to suffer, and there's a structure behind that. And even with the smartphones that we have, the technology that we have, they use that against the Congolese people so that the voices of the Congolese people cannot be heard. So sometimes people ask me, because they're so confused about what is happening politically in the Congo, they're like, what is happening? Is this true? Is this wrong? And yes, it's important to read, but for me, what I learned, how I read, I tried to understand the people living on the ground, you know. When I was singing, I was talking about Masika, Mama Masika. She was one of those women being raped. And her story is very heartbreaking for me. But listening to that, hearing her story gave me so much strength to say, I gotta make those voices louder. For me, I put it in a song. I write about her, and she's always in my head and empowers me in everything that I do. So how can we make the voices of the people living in Congo right now, suffering right now, how can we make them louder? How can we make them be felt here where we live with our friends, like sisters, brothers, fathers? How can we do that?
Oh, that's a great question, but also a complicated question. That is a child from Congo this child is in a form of art. We found her in a displacement camp, and exactly how she looks, you can see the eyes are red, and she's been living in this tent alone. With our parents have been unalived, they've been killed. She's 5-6 years old, living alone, and I went into this shelter and there were feces everywhere. And I asked myself, what is happening here? Why have we lost humanity? Then all of a sudden, I went into the mood. I thought about my own child. Every single time when I see my child is threatened, I get into a defense mode. That particular day, I decided I'm going to treat these children as I treat my own child. And this story takes me back to my little sister, Raisa, who's also, her story is the story is in a book. She was raped when she was 5 years old. The same story by 2 men. And I remember when I came back to Congo for the first time, she couldn't look at my face. I'm sorry we cannot be able to show you videos. We don't have the projector. But there is a lot of places where you can get such. She talked about the story of Mama Masika. My sister couldn't look into anyone's face. And when I saw this, I asked my dad, what is happening with her? How come she's not looking? She's not looking at me. She's not looking at anyone. No one wanted to tell me what was happening because that is a stigma. Once someone is raped, they think it's their fault. Even at such age, as 5 years old, they already think it is my fault to have experienced this horrible act. Then one day, a few days before I was returning, my dad told me what had happened to her. With that, I developed some anger, some bitterness, and I'm like, I need to go and see where I can find a weapon and be able to kill these people. I remember going to some village, probably one person will know the village, Brother Eli know Kaniola, and joining a group, another militia, and trying to get the weapon to go and kill these people. And as I returned home to say bye to my dad and mom, my sister looks at me and she says, brother, keep on loving. She has every reason to hate, but she chose love. For me, this is a love that carries me everywhere. Even here in Germany, when I'm faced by racist people on a train, I'll go beyond that. I'm like, what had happened to this person? Because we think we are in a very comfortable situation, but we experience stuff here we have experienced stuff back home. We come here, we experience stuff every day. What keeps me going is that love that my sister has imparted in my heart. And also that is what has pushed me to actually go beyond looking at those child soldiers and putting this child soldier into my own face. What if this was you? But also I went beyond and realized these children didn't make themselves child soldiers. They became child soldiers because of some of these devices that we carry. There is all these companies that you're seeing, they say, oh, we're bringing a new phone out tomorrow. Do we know actually the cost of that? You have a new electrical car coming out, automobile, we have different things that are coming out. The cost of that, what it is. Congo possesses 70% of coltan production in the world, which is in your mobile. Without that, your mobile phone won't be able to function. I don't want to dwell on that, but I'm dwelling again on love. I'm here because I love to be here. I love you. Thank you so much. And when my sister told me that, and coming back here, everyone I saw was like, wow, this person, no matter what they're looking at me, they could experience this love that I'm carrying in me. Unfortunately, she died a month after she told me these words. But I'm here. I'm back in Congo. I just came back in Congo 2 weeks ago. I experienced the same stories. I saw little girls, 12-year-old, the same stories they were telling me of what had happened, what had happened to them. So I want to tell you, your voice, Coconel, matters. You are a prophet. Those words you are singing, they exude what is to happen. Everyone who's here, you can see you can look at the children of Congo, even go beyond that. There's a lot of children in this world, and say, these children could be my children. What can I change in my life to make the lives of these children better? Can I tell the story of these children to someone? So we are here to tell the story. At least few of you, 10 of you will go home and will say, I was at this Free Congo event with Coconel, and this is what I got from that. You could share that to someone. Let's together, let's be part of changing the story of Congo. 30 years, 3 decades that killing are happening in Congo. 7 million people have been killed as a result of war. The deadliest war since the World War II. And nobody knows about it. Why is that? We can be the voice, part of the voice of the Congolese people. I believe we all are Congo.
Yes. That was beautiful. That's very beautiful. I got a few questions left, and I would like to know, because I can feel the love that you have. You're always smiling. You always look happy. But I know the danger that you are going through. You know, seeing you having your own child, your own children at home, your wife. And still, when I met you the first time, I was like, oh, in 2 weeks, he's going to go to Congo again. And then he's going to come back 2 weeks later. And then 3 months after that, you're going to go to Congo again. And then he's going to come back. I was like, that's a lot of work. And I remember being at your home, and your son told me, Dad is doing great work. He's helping people. And it almost made me very tear up and almost cry, because I was like, even a child is understanding that the work that you're doing is very important. And even he's sacrificing the time with you, you know. And I think the danger that comes with it, that's something not even I can understand. So my question would be, what is the work right now for you, Willie, in Congo? How does it look like? I remember you telling me about the place you were supposed to be, and then a bomb fell right where you were supposed to be. And it did not hit you, but it hit other people in the camp. So how can we imagine your life in Congo?
I think for me, when I look at millions of Congolese and I see that they're living there, and I see these children, and I ask myself, okay, I live in this comfortable world here in Germany, and comfortable, entre guillemets. and but I feel much more free when I'm in Congo. You talk about
Same.
you talk about the bomb.
Yeah.
I was there, and I'm supposed to be in the same place where the bomb fell. 5 minutes delay, my life was spared. And I always tell myself I'm lucky, but there's millions of Congolese are not lucky as I am. I have to keep protecting myself, putting myself in a safe environment so that I can continue doing the work that I do. I've just come back from Congo, by the way. I was traveling in the Congo Basin rainforest. It was amazing. I've like 2 weeks just traveling in the rainforest and experiencing just beauty. No noise of people, no no danger, just animal. It was amazing.
That's why I couldn't reach you. I was sending text messages. I even had to write your wife, and she was like, girl, not even me, I'm reaching him. I don't know, he's somewhere in the rainforest in Congo. I was like, okay, we just gotta see.
Yeah, but after that, I ended up in Beni. Beni is in the North Kivu. It's one of the area where there is a lot of killing. There is a group called ADF, which is functioning there. And when you hear the stories, so horrible, like people come there. Even some of the villages that we went to, they were telling, why did you go there? And I was like, hey, people are there. I'm not special just because I'm those people. I went to see them. And you could see the joy when they see us coming there. Even if we didn't bring anything, we just presented ourselves there. They were like, yeah, well, so these people, we matter, our lives matter. These people came to see us. And I think that is what motivated me to keep on going. No matter what is the danger, and I want to rephrase, as long as there are one person who lives, there will always be hope. And as long as there is hope, you will see me there. So hope carries me. Congolese people, our people, my people, they are amazing. They've experienced a lot. You see these women that have gone through excruciating pain, but they still, when they receive you, it's like they give you everything that I have. Yesterday, I received a goat from a lady that I only sent her to hospital because she was sick. And a team went to visit her yesterday, and she gave me a goat. That's the only goat she has. It's like a biblical story which talks about someone with $1 million who gives you 10 or 100, and someone with 100 who gives you which one is more. And so for me, that was very encouraging to see. They appreciate, and they see that we are the same. I am them, they are me. So
beautiful. So how can we support Focus Congo, the project that you're doing right now? How can we support you? How can the people here support you?
Yeah, great question. That is always important as well. We've been doing quite tiring work, but amazing work. So ever since the conflict started, we have been able to build a village for our people. We started a campaign online. Just a backstory. I wanted to build 10 homes for 10 elderly women, because when I was in a displacement camp, I saw these women, they were sleeping outside and they didn't have homes. So I started a campaign of building 10 homes. And online, the people responded. We built 10 homes, but right now We have built up to over 100 homes for the people in the displacement camp. And we have even gone... We have gone beyond by building a school for the displaced. We have the other challenge was clean water. People were drinking water just from swamps. There was no clean water. There was no proper health care. So we've been able to... the quick solution was to buy water tanks, trucks, which we bought, and now we are transporting clean water to different places. And then also we have clinics that we do emergency care. But on the German side, we send containers from here with medical equipment, which we have done 3 times to provide to different clinics around Congo. But we also take doctors from here to go and serve in Congo to do emergency surgeries. But on your side, there is a quick way which you can support the work that we are doing. Many people still need food. There is a lack of food. There's of course medical care. We need to buy medications. We need to build more homes, and so you can be able to donate monetarily by scanning the codes and donating to our charity. I know German people love their Spendebescheinigung. You will get one.
Welcome to the German politics.
I remember someone wanted to donate, and they're like, okay, do you give Spendebescheinigung? Then, if you don't give, I'm not donating.
Damn, them taxes.
So you can be part of building a future, a brighter future. We are building a school, a kindergarten, and we have a project called Linda Project. This project is providing homes for women that have been raped. And so right now we have under our care 12 women. We give them housing, we give them food, we take care of the kids, and we're teaching them trades.
My last question would be for people who are losing hope, because sometimes I also lose my hope. For me, I have people that inspire me, like you, because I remember when you gave me your book, the first time I visited you, you was like, there's hope, read my book. You will find hope there, and why I think there's hope. So for you, I will say the same. Read the book. You can meet Papi right there on this table and exchange with him, ask him questions. I think he will be very happy. Like you see, he's always smiley, so he's gonna be welcoming you to his table. And don't forget to donate. Like you can see the QR codes are hanging on the table, and they're everywhere. If you need help, you can just ask me or the people who are working here. And my last question would be for the people who are losing hope. So, especially also for the Congolese diaspora. What do you think, or what do you want to tell the people losing hope, people who care, people who are unsure to care, and people who are hopeless right now? What are your words to them?
Great question. I would like to say specifically to the diaspora, the one thing that the enemy has been was able to do right is the enemy has been able to confuse us and to make us hate one another. And you have in a diaspora, you go to Belgium, you go to different countries, people are wondering who is who and who's doing right. The enemy has placed himself as this savior who's coming to save us. We have to be careful on which messages we're consuming and from whom, because the enemy is doing everything. The aggressor is doing everything and using every means they can to confuse us as Congolese. Meanwhile, we are busy losing our land. But I know that there is hope, and we're not going to lose our land because we are there and we are fighting for this. But I also want to say, Coco, you give me hope. When we have done events together 3 times already, right? So like when I launched my book, you were there, and you said some words that really I took back home and kept me going. But also your voice, when you sing, when you say those words, I want to continue doing. So you're giving a lot of young Congolese hope. But you have to go beyond, because our brothers and sisters from Germany, they also need hope. They need to be free from thinking right, free of thinking that humans do exist somewhere outside of Germany, outside of the European continent. Then Europe has to be free also. And your voice bringing some type of freedom. We have Eli also, who will come later, is the same thing. So hope is not because I've gone through difficult time. And I always say it when I speak in schools around Germany or to young people, it's not because my story is more deeper than that. There is something that we can learn from each other to keep that going. Some of them, I ask people, they talk about, oh, the government is doing that, is doing this. There is hope, and if we keep to that hope. To find out about the hope that brought me here, from someone who was sleeping on the street, eating from garbage bin in South Africa and being called monkeys, to someone who's meeting with the president of the Congo, or even I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you, when you keep on working and being consistent in what you do and knowing your vision where you're going, I knew when I started that I'm going to be part of bringing change to Congo. And it's not there yet. That's why I shouldn't give up now. So we need to keep on hoping. If there is something you're fighting for here in Germany, you need to keep on fighting, as long as it's positive, of course. Don't just So you need to keep on going. Hope is there. But I want to ask you, specifically, join us on hoping for freedom in Congo. We're not discriminating who we want to join us. This fight can only be won if we do it together. And let me transmit this hope to you. Let's hope together. If not me, join Coco. If not Coco, join Eli. If not the sister who was on stage, we are, yeah.
Or Mila.
Yeah. So we are many, and we love Deutschland. Although we love Congo more, we want to be back home. But so quickly, I have to say this. I told my son, my wife is German, and my son is 3 years old. And I'm talking to my son, and I told him, look, you are half German, and you are half Congolese. My son told me, no, I want to be full Congolese. So we want to be able to bring our children to go and be part of what is happening in Congo, because we have opportunities open for us here. We want to take you to Congo to experience the beauty and the love that we found in Congo. So thank you very much.
And for that, we need to focus on Congo.
Focus on Congo, yeah.
Thank you, Papi. And also, we have the book here. Ich muss sagen, dieses Buch ist super emotional. Ich habe das in Vietnam gelesen, habe da angefangen und ich saß am Strand und habe geweint, weil es so echt ist, weil es so nahbar ist. Etwas, was ich nicht erlebt habe, aber dein Schmerz darin hat mir so viel Hoffnung gegeben. Jetzt stehst du hier, Papi, und es gibt keinen besseren Beweis für Hoffnung. Danke.
Thank you.